Greetings and salutations. I am Bajongles, and if you enjoy my content, consider following me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Bajongles1, where I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at noon Pacific Standard Time. You could also, if you'd be so kind, check out my Bluesky and Tumblr, both at BigBoyArt1, username Bajongles. Also, if you wanted to check my VODs out, consider liking and subscribing here on YouTube. It would be much appreciated. And with that, back to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm sorry for the delay. Due to the delay, I am going to be skipping the starting soon. And I will get right to the Outer Wilds music. Hit it, DJ. Ah, there we go. And I will now be announcing it in all my places. Blam, blam, and I forgot to add tags. Art, One Piece fan art. Post. Alright. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Let me get the chat on my phone. I'm gonna be going to college again later today at like 6 p.m. Hello, hello, hello. Let me just finish getting things set up. It is a little bit hectic. I had therapy. Ah, I see my headphones are disconnected from my phone. Oh well. But yeah, no, greetings. Let me reconnect those real quick. I would normally have done this spanning over an hour, roughly. So, rip. Rip. My boy, this is the rip in peace all true warriors strive for. Golly, he sure is boring. That being said, I believe it is best if I go right to art time. We are here once again. Greetings. Happy to be here. No, I would not like to open mod view on my phone. Maybe I'll do that another time, but I find that going to OBS and doing stuff is not that much more inconvenient. Piano, how is everybody? The world is definitely worlding right now. That is for sure. I'm still kind of coming off of the proverbial high of being in Hope County, Montana. And, so I'm a little bit eepy. I am an eepy clown. I am eepy the goer to bed. I realize I forgot to save the progress I made on the thing that I was working on this morning. Because my cat was hounding me for food and I lost track of time. Hey Dicey, how's it going? Yeah, therapy. I had therapy at 11, and so I did my therapy. I got home. I got home at noon, which is like a bit earlier than I thought I would. So I managed to get in on. I ended up being able to start at like 10 minutes ish later than normal. How are you? I've never held that my water bottle like that in my life. That felt weird. Oddly enough, pretty decent. Well, that's good to hear. My therapist decided that it was depressed as hell, but I'm not all that lonely. Kind of mood. My issues are more related to anxiety. And some dependency issues. So I have different ones, but also like mood. I'm glad you're doing pretty decent. You know, it's all in our heads, but unfortunately we're also in there. Unfortunately, we're also in our heads, so... Ah, yes, I see you have a bigger collection. Well, I just have different stuff. Alright, so I collect them like Pokemon. Ah! Well, I collect Pokemon like mental illnesses. We are not... You collect mental illnesses like Pokemon. I collect Pokemon like mental illnesses. We are not the same. Okay, I think I figured out the problem with this. In such a way, I believe I can solve it. But I might not solve it just because. I would like to get to the bottles today. That's what I'd like to do. Yo, you create an ass blog? An ass blog, an ask blog. That's sick. What is it? I assume it's on Tumblr. Oh, interesting. Oh, that reminds me. Have you finally finished Deltarune Chapter 4? Have you gotten around to okay. I was gonna say have you gotten around to peak, but it seems it seems you have not reached peak yet. But I'm watching a friend play it before I do. We made it to the cool fight. Ah, the cool fight with the old man. The old man fight. Wow, eighth try. Congrats on that. Yeah, congrats on that to your friend. I watched somebody play and they beat it on their second try, but they're no life like Undertale Deltarune fans, so like they're weirdly good at the game. So like, hmm. They much like Spider's Jorg, are the outlier and should not be counted. And no, I am not saying that to cope for my my skill issue when it comes to Undertale Deltarune games, like related to media. I'm actually pretty good at Deltarune, which is funny that I'm just like Undertale beats my ass. I have a banana here with me. But okay, so you haven't gotten to the end of chapter 4. All right. Cuz like I know you really like Raise Your Bat. Raise Your Bat is not my favorite song. You have not come across my favorite song yet. Um for some context, my favorite song is the ending music that's used for chapter 4. You know, much like Don't Forget is the end of chapter 1. You know those kinds of tracks. That one is my favorite. The ending song for chapter 4. It's quite good. It makes me transcend into another reality. It's not like entirely new, because it uses the sanctuary motif, which you have heard by now if you've gotten to the funny fight, like if you've gotten to the battle.
I have. I have. In fact, I too have implemented Pluie. Toby Fox is not the only one to implement Pluie. Oh, cool.
What is the Ask blog called, by the way? I wanna search it up. Welcome to the world of Greg.
Ah. Splendid. Wait, that's OBS, not my drawing.
The real Mike, trust me. Sick. Let me check that out. I see.
Louis!
It's interesting that it's popping off. Indeed.
Well, I'm very happy for you. That looks pretty fun.
You see, I think it's fun, so I shall follow.
Despite what Tennis says, you can get this from an egg.
Chat, what if Mike was the friends we made along the way? You know, Papyrus, this really was our Undertale. And I will once again be so upset at myself. Because I can't let this be. I just cannot let this table be until it's right. Wait, no, I need to move it first. Can I just say that boss music is pretty good. I love me some swing. Do not wish to transform it, I simply wish to move it so that I can get a more accurate that. You silly drawing program. I am simply more powerful than you. I am simply stronger and more powerful. Okay, get rid of that because I don't need that. What I do need, however, line art, be gone with you. Guards, rip him in twain.
There we go, splendid.
Also, I have news. I am starting college today. It's at 6 p.m. which for military time users, much like Gremlin, would be about 1800 on like a 24-hour clock. So yeah, no, like I'm taking evening classes because it gels with my time. I don't actually have to change all that much. It's just, some stuff I won't be able to go long, which I don't normally do anyways, but oh well. I'm really, really hoping that this time I can actually get the table correct, because I want the table to be done. The table, hashtag the table is over party. Okay, so I want the point to be like there, I think. I think that'll be good. Hmm. That's about the same as that was, but everything else is a little bunked up. A little bunged up, even. I am going to move you even further so I could do the perspective properly, because I'm a silly goober. You see, I'm silly because I'm a clown. I'm sorry I have to. I'm sorry I have to break the news to you, Dicey. I am in fact a clown. Actually, I'm the whole circus, but I'm sorry you had to find out this way. I would. Holy shit! I could have possibly foreseen this. Oh my god! Man, man, I can't believe I'm getting canceled on Twitter.com for being a clown. I don't even use Twitter. How am I being canceled on there? Alright, let's see if this is better for me. It's certainly less steep, which is kind of what I'm going for. That even preserves the bottom part here that I really like. And then I simply, just to keep things neat and tidy and perhaps even orderly, I do this. Just for consistency's sake. Okay, and this is steeper, which is here, which is not what I really want, actually, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I guess the perspective just kind of looks a little bunked right now. Kind of looks a little messed up because, it is. However, it is also not in the place where it should be. Hi, Nightbot! I appreciate you even though, Clockwork Stephanie name pending doesn't quite so much. Seven. Okay, so if I go straight from there, that'll show me where this leg is, which means through the power of being awesome and epic, I could extrapolate. I half appreciate Nightbot. I see. We'll convert you soon enough. Oh, I see. That part wasn't steep enough. Ah, of course. Of course, I understand it now. God, that reminds me. One of my absolute favorite memes right now is just an unimpressed picture of Metro Man from Megamind. It's just me looking at the at the incomprehensible horrors beyond human imagining, in parentheses, I don't get it, and just like staring unimpressed, just like in parentheses, I don't get it. Because like that is sort of the horror of like cosmic horror. It's not that you see something that you cannot like conceive of, is that for just a brief moment you're able to understand fully what you're witnessing, and then it's gone. Suddenly and without warning, that knowledge you had is suddenly gone. And now you're scrambling to try and find what you know you used to have, but you can't. It's basically the eternal feeling of something being on the tip of your tongue. Like it's right there. Which honestly I'd be fine because I have ADHD and that's just my entire daily life with normal stuff, like the word for table. I'll keep making this joke until I always remember the word table, or so help me God. But yeah, no, the funny old man fight, huh? I actually have a lot to say on it. I just want to get your confirmation on that. Like, that is the fight you're talking about. Alright, good. His fight is really, really interesting, or very, very interesting if you're brain rotted like I am, which I assume you are. Because he could have easily become a secret boss. Easily. Right? I mean, I guess he was kind of, but like not really. Okay, how was it? Okay, it was like that. So the very bottom corner. So I go there to make those invisible, and then I move that down to like there. Yeah, there. All right. You know, and I love that he was able to look at that fuck ass crystal and just go, no. Nuh-uh. Like he is a yeah, no, there's this weird like shadow crystal in my desk. I didn't care much for it. And like he found freedom his own way. Right? Cuz like the air crackles with green freedom. And you know what Kermit says, it's not easy being green. Okay, that really looks wrong, but I know the perspective that I'm working with is right, so I think I might just need to redo those lines. Again, move him to completely this side, so that I can have all of them go to this vanishing point. On this side, and then move it back, and then crop the image, and then do... Actually, no, that is the plan. That's not too difficult. There we go. Yeah, that's not that difficult, actually. Yeah, I just have to move it and do it again. Also, by the way, I am probably gonna go like a little bit longer today just to make up for... Well, actually, there's not much time to be made up for since, like, I actually started mostly on time. But that being said, I still kind of want to go a little bit longer. There's only so much longer I can go because again, I have class, which costs 602 USD, which is a lot of money when you have none. But still, I am very excited. But anyways, with like one, he's 100% Gerson Boom, right? Like he's never stated to be, but it's very obvious. One, it looks like Gerson, and two, like he's in Alvin Boom's desk. Like his dead body is in Alvin Boom's desk, sort of like an urn. And I know people are like, "Oh my god, that's so creepy that he has like his dead remains in like a jar." It's like that's an urn. He even repeats shop lines during his fight. Oh, he does. Right. That's interesting. But you know, like people are creeped out by Alvin having just his remains. As is like that. That's what we do with cremation and having an urn of people's ashes. You've heard of piles of Azrael's dust. Now get ready for piles of Mima's dust. Rest in peace. You know, like it is very clear that it is Gerson, and it's some of his lines are really interesting. How far did you get in the prophecy? I don't want to spoil something for you, but it's also like really, 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 really out of the way. So like it took a couple of weeks for people to find it out. Like you know the glass like the glass on floating in the air that's like this is the prophecy. M- my desert, my Arrakis, my Deltarune. Ah, they're very important. They're incredibly important. Saving it for the year playthrough. Oh, okay. Then I will not say anything. But I know where I know where chapter 5 is gonna be and who the boss will be. Part of it is said from Gerson, and another part is from like a really weird out of the way room you have to find with a bit of prophecy in it that we know is talking about the next boss. And also there's a thing in the holiday house that's like, oh shit, maybe there is like some sort of fucking thing going on with a certain character. That is also involved with chapter 5. So I know it's gonna happen, kind of.
And if you're saving it for your playthrough, I will not say anything. Ah, well, you already saw the Tenna part of the prophecy before you saw the prophecy. That part of the prophecy was talking about chapter 3. Right, and also, like, it never says that he dies. So, like, if you recruit everybody and you're able to salvage him. Oh, yeah. I mean, you did play through chapter 3, so you know what happens to him. Right? Like you were talking about having beaten chapter 3. If I remember right. So, like, again, that part already happened. Ah. You were uh, you were recruiting everyone, right? All right. So, because you recruited everyone, you were able to save Tenna. If you had not recruited everybody, then you would have not found his body and been able to repair him. Oh, sick. So like you just happened to choose the option that like saved the best boy. Congratulations on that. Congratulations on winning chapter 3. It's like he's in some sort of snow grave. God, I love the genre of meme that's just like human. I remember your genocides. They're so stupid, and I say that with nothing but love and appreciation in my heart for them. It's like he's in some sort of snow grave. Just like with Alphys by the hospital bed with like a poorly edited Birdly in there. Chris, Chris, I remember you are welcome anytime. So good. You know, I should amend my statement on that. I know everything about chapter 3 and 4. I know everything about the non-Snowgrave stuff. I've been keeping myself blind for that. Mostly blind. Things have slipped through my cracks. But like I've been keeping myself mostly blind on like what happens in the weird route. Because like I'm gonna experience that with Clockwork Stephanie named Pending once like whenever that happens. You know, something funny I saw was people say like, yeah, no, three save files is not enough. I think that's really funny. But I need to minimize a lot of things real quick. Yeah, there we go. No, I need that. And then I can move you. And and like I kind of don't mind spoilers. Like if I just come across a spoiler randomly, I'm like, all right, I guess skill issue for me not being able to like avoid it. Right, but for me, it doesn't really like dampen my experience with an individual game. But like, I'm trying to stay like as unknowledgeable about the weird route as I can.
Good luck on it. Okay, finally, here we go. Thank you, Nightbot. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, like, it's, God. Everything with Gerson, plus, like, stuff I was already guessing in Chapter 1 and 2, with, like, just how Susie acts, makes me believe that she's not a part of the prophecy. She's just, that's my theory, and the theory is growing more and more powerful legs every day. My theory, every time a new chapter comes out, my theory has been working out. That, like, Susie is not a part of the prophecy, which is really interesting. And there's a further theory that none of the main characters are actually the heroes of prophecy, because in like the thing that Ralsei says, like in the part in the version of the prophecy that Ralsei says, the heroes only show up after the roaring happens. Right? Like the world ends and then the heroes show up. So what if none of the main characters are even like actual parts of the prophecy? Right, like I don't actually have a lot of evidence for that. It's just like a crackpot theory that has entered my brain, my powerful wrinkly clown brain. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's sick. No, that's all good. I'm just sort of rambling, and as long as you're able to hear what I'm saying, that's sort of what matters in this context, because I'm just sort of rambling about my theories and trying to avoid stuff that you have talked about not going through. They got a lucky name. What name they get? They got the Shadow Man as a username? How has that not been taken before this? Like, that is... Like, you'd think that would have been taken by now, right? They got the enemy name! Oh, they got Shadow Guy! Oh, again, how has that not been taken before this? I'm almost disappointed in Tumblr. Like, be better. I do use Tumblr quite a bit, as you know, it's one of my main social medias. But like, I really should get into like the community on Tumblr more. You'd think another Mike block, the real Mike Trust Me as a username, but nope. Yeah, no, that is a I say this with, again, I say all this stuff with love and affection in my heart. That is a Tumblr ass name. Right, Tumblr is an old site at this point. And also, Chapter 2 is like 5 years old now, almost. So, like, you'd think, right? Like, you'd assume, or at least I would. And, you know, it doesn't seem to be. Well, at least now you have the name, and now nobody can take it away from you. I should have. Oh, that was the wrong layer. Oh, well, it is unfortunate. But like I was saying, I don't think that Chris, Susie, and Ralsei are the heroes of the story, right? Like there are protagonists, and obviously they're heroes in our hearts, right? And I love them all dearly and appreciate them with all my heart and soul. They're amazing, and also Ralsei's there. I'm warming up to Ralsei, but like, still not really my favorite out of the three. It's a Susie, Chris, Ralsei in that order. But Ralsei and Chris are really starting to get closer together, and it's because one is going lower and the other's going higher. Although, like, in between chapters has always been some sort of fake out, so like I don't know. Of of course there These Ask blogs are pissing me off. I'm the original Star Walker. I I love Star Walker so much. Listen, I am here for the El Nino La Nino thruple with Star Walker. I'm fully on board. Star Walker can get it. Oh, what did I remind you of? I am definitely curious. Okay, why is it like that now? Let's see how this looks with the floor line art. Not terrible! That's not terrible. I'm following an El Nino and La Nino esque blog. They have a child. It's so cute, bro. They have a child. Again, I did all that shit on the wrong layer. Time to do this all on the right layer. God, that is adorable. It's a little swatchling. So did they like adopt or did they just like form a swatchling? Oh, that's cute. La, Ni- La Nino, did you lay this egg? No, did you? And they look slowly at the egg as it hatches. Ah, sick. Ask blog chronology. God, I'm so excited for like the weird chapter AUs that are gonna come out for 3 and 4. Because you know, there's chapters rewritten obviously and that's gonna continue. But also like I wanna see what weird stuff is gonna happen now that the paradigm has shifted a little. Let me turn on my fan. It's starting to get warmer again. There we go. My fan has been activated and now I'm spinning in the air, very goofy style. Unfortunately, the fan was on my propeller beanie, so now I'm flying away. You know, and like, even if that's not turned out to be the case, it's definitely implied. Like with this, bro, it's 5 hours old. Mazel tov. But yeah, no. It's out of like if any of the main characters have to be like not the hero of the prophecy, like the hero in our hearts and genuinely like a hero as a person, like not the prophecy people. It would be Susie, because Susie is constantly like, look at chapter 2, uh, and also like chapter 1, but more so chapter 2. And, like she is constantly breaking the way that things are quote unquote supposed to go. Oh my god, its name is Meteor. Oh my god, it's a meteor shower. Oh, that's adorable. That's great. Are you excited for next year? I am. Um, yeah, you can also just post it in the server, but yeah, no, go on ahead. Yeah, like either or, I like either DMs or the server. Why is there a baby photo of a swashbuckler? It's like you'd have to explain, and even though it's like very okay, like you might not want to explain. I get it. Oh, that's good art. That's pretty good art. Unrealistic. It's not covered in disgusting mucus. L plus perhaps ratio. Okay, I'm doing this just so that I can get a funny look at what I need to look at. Let me schnee here. Looks like it's in a popcorn bag though, yeah. I mean, yeah, why not? Also, I have a very important question for you. An incredibly important question. Who had the motif first? Spamton or Tenna? You know the ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da ba da ba ba. Because like at the beginning of the feature presentation is Mr. Antenna's TV time, where like he has the motif and he also has it in a bunch of his songs, but also like Spamton has it everywhere. Tenna does... Okay, Tenna does make sense. That is true. Like, that is true. Right? But also it'd be really funny if it was Spamton's motif and Tenna just took it in the divorce. Oh wait, no, I also need to redo this one, because it also is, in perspective. Oh, joy. You see, this is what I get for my hubris. Now, it's a very fun time, but also... Oh my god, my hubris. It came out of the divorce? Ah, I see. You know what? No, that makes sense. No, that actually does make sense. Okay, so I don't need it to actually go up. It's just that was me chilling. There we go. Splendid. It's the divorce motif? God, if it's the divorce motif, why don't Asgore and Toriel have it? You know, Asgore, the most divorced man in history. How familiar are you with JJK? Because I just thought of a funny joke. The most divorced man in history versus the most divorced man of today. And it just shows Asgore versus Spamton. And for context, the original thing is like the strongest sorcerer in history versus the strongest sorcerer of the modern day, who wins. And like they had a big fight. The most divorced man in history versus the most divorced man of today. Okay, and then that should be a good starting point for this. There we go. I just need to keep it a straight line. And do that. And then we have that. Splendid. Then I think it might be a good idea to have that also be a point. Marvelous. Yeah, there we go. And then that helps show perspective there. And now what I can do. I shmeleave. Do I do it from over there or do it from over here going to that? Huh. Good question. Let's try this and see how that works. That does not. So it is this to that other point. Very well. Now what I can do is whop whop whop. And move this 2. I believe there's good. Actually, a little bit further, but not actually all that much. There we go. And now the table's kind of fixed. Now the table's kind of fixed. Ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Also, can I just say peak comedy? Having the having like the Susie Zilla section, and then having this is my #1 hater, and then it just shows like, you'll see, Spampton, I have depicted you as the soy jack, and I as the cool golden statue. Get bent, loser. Let me turn stool back on. And allow you to bear witness to my glory. I don't actually have to move this any, I just have to adjust the shading, which I'm going to do anyways once I do the line art. Let's see, people line art, people shading, there we go. God, I'm very excited to hear. Actually, I'm not gonna say that, because saying like I'm excited to hear this theme could be spoilers of like who I think is gonna be a major thing in chapter 5. But oh well. One way or the other, I don't think Woody Theory's dead. I think we'll still have a friend inside us. Hey, Gremlin, how's it going? I am fixing the table once again. But like this time, fixing the table should be faster because I actually, hopefully, I'm doing it properly. Oh shit! What happened? Oh shit! Did something happen, or did you just like stay up? Or did you get real busy? Did something bad happen? Is there someone I need to beat up with my fun clown powers, like my big spring powered glove? Like I know you'll have work in a bit, I believe, if I remember right. Yeah. So like, woof. I'm sorry. Oh, I see. I hope things went all right with that. Doctor's appointments can be scary to say the least. Oh, ooh, that sucks. I've had that happen before. That's not good. I'm so sorry, man. Hey T Gray, how's it gaming? Before y'all came in, I was talking about Delta Rune theories. Some of which I cannot say, because that would be spoilers for Dicey. Uh, but I know for certain, like for absolute certain, uh, who the boss in Chapter 5 is gonna be. Uh, broken foot. Rip, that's gonna take a bit to recover. Like that's not a dangerous injury, but still that's gonna take a bit. So I hope she like stays off her foot. You know, make sure to really stop and take care of herself. Again, I will not say because it's spoilers for Dicey. Because it involves like stuff involving a part of chapter four's prophecy that was kind of hard to get to, and some stuff in the holiday house and uh and stuff like that. Although I will say I oh yeah, Dicey does hear through his eyes. That is true. That is very true. That is a known fact about Dicey. All right, I forget you have those. Uh, man, let's just say there's a reason that the chapter 3 egg guy says like we will all right it says we will on this day we will harvest the wheat, and Gerson says a field of pink and gold, which is the friend colors, by the way. The device underscore friend and Spampton colors, and also Pluie, but I don't think Pluie matters. And with that, the in chapter 4, we see in the holiday house. Like in the holiday house, you can see Asgore going into like the master bedroom with a shadow crystal, and talking about how everything will be okay. And in chapter 4, there's a little section of prophecy where it says the flower man trapped in asylum, and it's labeled exactly the same way as the other parts of the prophecy talking about the bosses, except it's a later number, which means it's going to be the next boss, is the flower man trapped in asylum that looks like Asgore with a crown. And tied with the fields of pink and gold and the friend colors, known device underscore friend, and Asgore liking an old cowboy show that got canceled, and has an old black and white TV in his room at the top of Flower King, makes me think not only will Flower King be as a store be a part of chapter 5, but also the boss will be Asgore, and the secret boss will be Woody Theory. And I have such strong feelings about this because there's so much evidence right now. And if Woody Theory is false, then at least all the other things are true. And so I'm very excited to see Asgore's theme. His new boss theme if he does end up being a boss in chapter 5. That being said, that is my theory, and I will now announce it should be safe now. There we go. All right. But that's my insano crackpot theory. I hope so too. I hope it is like the hardest main boss fight yet. You know, I'm excited for next year because Chapter 5's coming out if all things go well. Which it should, because they were already working on the chapter anyways, like alongside 3 and 4. So like it's already a lot of the ways done. It's just they need to actually finish it. Also, if they're not, they should start working on like 6 and 7, just like the really rough parts, so that they can get those out faster too. Tomorrow is less than a year away, fellas. Less than a year away. And it will only stop being tomorrow until it was yesterday. And it'll be yesterday when it's done. I wonder how much money Toby Fox is making off of Deltarune right now. Probably like ungodly amounts. Like enough to fund his life for a while. I wonder if after Deltarune 5 a year ago. Exactly. Deltarune Chapter 5 has actually been out for a year. It's just that nobody's known about it. Oh, that's right. It's called it's actually called Leapfrog. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Hopefully enough to escape from Andrew Hussey's basement dungeon. I don't know what you're referencing. I apologize. I am a small pea brain. You see if you open up my head, you see a little alien dying there, and he says, Orion Sparrows, and then dies. Now this table looks a lot better in terms of perspective. Is it perfect? Probably not. Will I take any more criticism on it? Probably. Will I redo it once again? I sure as hell hope not. Toby Fox lived in the basement of Andrew. Oh, right! Right, I remember hearing about that. I just yelled, erect! I mean, yeah, you used command word stand. Just go, erect! Man, that hurt my throat. I I imagine that when you yell erect, you also stand up like Genos from One Punch Man. I am the Erectinator 2000. You cannot make me fall. I stand erect for those who came before, and for those who have not yet come to pass. Okay, my throat really hurts after doing that for some funny reason. So I am going to go to size 7, and I'm just gonna say water. And I will return in basically no time. It's just I'm going to get water. Phallocirrectus! Yeah, no, exactly. But yeah, no, I will return very shortly. What would you do if there was just a wizard named Viagra? I am the great and mighty wizard Viagra. Also, hi, I'm back with water. Booty, 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 doo doo doo, 28. Phallus extendo. Oh, that's their equivalent of like a penis enlargement pill. That's their penis enlargement spell is Phallus extendo. Go. Get this taken care of. Splendid. You reminded me because like I'm in a Harry Potter D&D game and the same DM is doing something, so like through a process of elimination it reminded me of something. Arrectorus extenders! I curse you with really long peanuts. But like not wide at all, so it's like a long rope. It's like a long penis rope. And after a process of elimination, I remembered. My friend is from my mic voice to well. Correct. Yeah. Mike, rebuild the set. Rebuild my kids. Rebuild my penis. The senses really are gonna kill me. And now I can background line art. I forgot about this one line. He forgot this one simple trick. Everybody do the weenus. The weenus is a dance. Everybody is a genius who knows it in advance. Cow. Cow. Penis. Listen, I love Game Changer. I just don't have a Dropout subscription because I'm poor. my absolute favorite clip of all time is the Name That Clown. Where where like, a clown a clown comes in and just one of them like shit the clown. Like another alternate name for him is Uncle Dad, which is awesome. But like just shit the clown. It's so simple, it's so funny. It was a day of glory, a day of triumph, and a day of Uranus. You know, there was a headline I saw today that was like methane may be deep inside Uranus, and it's like that just writes itself, right? Like that doesn't even write itself. I don't even have to do anything with that. There's methane deep inside Uranus. I remember when they had to name the crayon sword. I forget what they named it. But I also really like Brennan's like really high pitched just for like Excalibur because it's really small. That was my favorite out of the swords, I think. Well, one of. I really like the more recent clip where like Lou Wilson is like, you know what's cooler than one jet ski? Two jet skis. People have been studying Uranus 24/7 and it is a sight to behold. You see, Uranus is glorious. I must say, it's quite good. Yes. Standard issue Marine Combat Sword and Emergency Ration. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. A Marine gets shot in the head. It's fine. It only hit his brain. God, did I tell you guys about how like when I was in the therapy office like one time, like in the waiting room, I got called by like a Marine recruiter, and they were like, "Hey, you like, oh, what do you like? Nature? Cool. You could see a lot of nature and learn a lot of things in the Marines." And I'm like, "No, no, thank you. I'm going to college for that. That's how you know about me. You saw that I go to the college that I go to. Thank you. Goodbye." So yeah, the Marine recruiters are fucking like predatory, dog. They use the same tactics as like telemarketers. You also see Marines in like their dress wear all over the place. I saw them a bunch in my high school. I know I used to be one telemarketer. Ah. And I've heard that really like strips out your soul. I'm sorry to hear that. Actually, I think this can also be this color. Maybe. I believe. I mean, like out of all the military branches in the United States, I mean, uh, the Marines are the most like desperate. They're the ones that are like advertising themselves the most, right? Like I never like I don't really get recruiters from the Air Force or the Army or the Navy. Like I get advertisements from them being like, you can be a part of something bigger or some shit. But like I don't really get hounded in the same way that I do the Marines. And it's like I am too smart to go into the Marines, like actually. Like I don't want to go to the military anyways, like in any sort of way, but like I'm too smart for the Marines. Like if I had to go into the military, I would go into the National Guard and just like ignore orders to go into cities. I make do by always having either Tumblr or a fanfic up to read in between calls to keep my spirits up. Ah, based. I I've been quite busy, so I don't really have as much time for reading fan fiction as I'd like. But like, I have a backlog. I certainly have a backlog, and a lot of it is very gay. So no, that's fine the way that is, because I can do something kind of fun. I also need to erase that line because I'm unobservant and I realize that I actually kind of need to clean this up. You know, telemarketing is like soul crushing. So like, you know, sometimes you just gotta have a little bit of yaoi to heal the soul. Yaoi fan fiction is good for the soul. You heard it from me, folks. And you can trust me because I'm cool. Yeah, fair enough. I guess it also depends on the country, because, like, I've heard some horror stories. Why did I have to put this above the other layer? No, no. It's not actually that bad. God, the telemarketers for, like, multi-level marketing schemes must have, like, no hopes for the future left. Oh my god, that's unfortunate. Well, actually, no, usually they're a part of the MLM, but my point still stands then. This is different. You, you know who my favorite telemarketer is? Spamton. G. Spamton. Well, no, he was an email guy, but still. It's kind of same difference. You know, same industry, just different format. Wait, what did I do? God, did you see that video? I think it was like from Valenti videos. It was like this political streamer that I watched, but this wasn't a political video. It was like a short where somebody was doing like the Winter Soldier ass like sleeper agent like phrases, but it was like like current brain rot. So like at the end he's like skibbity sigma, and then just like the sleeper agent wakes up. Hey, it's me, your number one rated divorced man, Spampton. G. Divorce. I miss my husband, Tails. I miss him a lot. I will be back in sale. want to be spammed in. Well, you don't have to be. You don't have to give in. I shake your shoulders. No! Don't give in! Don't give in to the spammed. No! Do not! I believe in you! With the parasites. And we want to be Spamton. Oh no, you got the Spamton worms in your brain. We all have a worm in our brain. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is very good. I highly recommend, just like in general, it's quite stellar. And then I will do such and so. Dear female, dear. God, I went through a whole like train of thought, and then the Sound of Music just like popped into my brain. I don't even know how I got there. Ah, the beauty of ADHD. You never know how you get anywhere. Knocking this. Splendid. Actually need it to be more like that. Yeah. No, a little bit flatter. There we go. That's a lot better. What an amazing performance, folks. Who the fuck are you? What are you doing? You should be asking what you're doing. I love Tenna. Tenna's wonderful. I am being handed a bunch of cherries. I'm being handed a bunch of cherries very silently, like Mission Impossible. You can almost hear the bap 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 do 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 do. Hey, Chris, do you want top-notch divorce paper? 50% off, limited time. Come on, Chris, you want hyperlink blocked. From you stupid housewife, don't you? You have summoned a monster! Spampton! Oh my god, it's Spampton! It's Spampton! Gene Spampton, circa 1997. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Hey, Spampton, did you know that your divorce was never actually formalized? It's like those two-sided coins. In that series, what was its name and occupation again? Jekyll and Hide Your Wallets, I think. I have some delectable cherries, only $19.99. Plus processing and shipping. Okay, I'm actually going to crop things now, because I think that that's a good idea. First of all, I shall crop you. Splendid. Good news, I'm too lazy to so it didn't last for long. Fair. That's very fair and true of you. You're truing so hard right now. Thank you, Spamton, for coming into chat. Thank you, Spamton, for coming in chat. Spamton, circa 1997. I have been waiting for your arrival. I need free Cromer. No Cromer for you. Yeah, maybe find Spamton a Spamton. He's always fast and loose with his Cromer. You better watch out for Spamton B Spamton, though. He's a piece of work. Listen, Dicey, I'm so glad that you got to the Gerson fight, because his song Hammer of Justice is like the best song before, like it's like my second favorite song from Deltarune right now. My first one being one you haven't gotten to yet, because it's the end credits music. Neverending Dark is a very good song. I think just in general, Chapter 4 is probably like some of the best music I've listened to. Just in terms of like Toby Fox music. Which is saying a lot because he is usually very peak when it comes to music. Right, like while I believe that every single like his music has improved in every single way in Deltarune. Like chapters 1 and 2 and especially 3. 4 is where he's really, really showing his musical chops. He's really showing his skills. Alright, let me get to background shading because I need to update this because there's a table here now. 32 perhaps? Yeah, seems good. God, I just remembered one of the many variations of the I remember your genocides. Memes is like Chris. I remember your pronouns. And I wanted to edit that to be like Chris, I remember they your pronouns. Because like it's so stupid. Did you know Nightbot has a Discord? Come check it out. Actually, it's my Discord. I rip off my funny clown mask and it reveals I was Nightbot the entire time. You see, I was the roaring Nightbot the whole time. God, I'm gonna need to freshen up my Scottish accent impression for when Gerson Boom is on screen for whenever we get around to doing the Snowgrave route. He's like, we can all agree he's Scottish, right? Like, he just has so much. He's just so vibey. Delectable cherries. Cereal. Thousands of cereals. It took 1,000 Ereals to collect all these cereals. Yum, yum, yum. I love YTPs also. They're very fun. There's one that just came out like a couple weeks ago. Oh, that's very good. I may have sent it into the Discord, I may not have, and if I have not, actually, regardless, I'll just like post it anyways, because it's very good. It's not even like a shit post. It's not even meant to be like funny. And it uses the tune of like My Castle Town. And it's very good.
Ooh, pardon me.
Man, like there's sometimes people like just go so hard on like a meme project that it wraps around to just being like straight up wonderful and meaningful. Right? It's like, man, that's worthwhile to just like witness. Lamp oil robots, it's yours, my friend. That's what I'll say when we meet again. Did you know that Nightbot has a death cult? Come check it out. Lamp oil robot. Whoa, a death cult, my favorite flavor. You know, you've heard of the circus flavored ice cream and birthday flavored ice cream. Now get ready for death cult flavored ice cream. Get yours today at your local convenience store. That sounds like an Omega Mart ass product, like tattooed chicken. I should really send like a playlist of Omega Mart stuff because it is an awesome project. Get more cherries. Delightful. I feel like a Roman emperor partaking with grapes. Splendid. Does circus ice cream taste like you? No, I taste like circus ice cream. I mean, that is true. I don't know if that would give you enough though. Because like I love me some strong flavors. Alright, cherries are all gone. I have now recharged my power. Lamp oil bombs, it's yours, my friend. That's what I'll say when we meet again. Okay, that's a little bit of an extreme thing happening there, so I might soften it up a little bit by doing like so. And then have you go like, I don't know, like that, and then down like that, and then blam. And what I can do is just that and speed up a lot of time. You know, Omega Mart is a really weird project in a very specific way that I love so much. Lamp oil rope farm, it's yours, my friend. That's what I'll say when we meet again. Stool shading. Blammo. And then I want to turn that on, turn that on, turn that on, and turn you on. And then suddenly things tie together very nicely. Who'd have thunk that that's how a bunch of this works? And I think I can actually darken some of these parts here. Ba 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 da da ba da 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 ba da 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 da. There we go. Splendid. Okay, this looks good enough that I'm not gonna touch the table after this. Like, once I'm done with this, I am not touching the table until I do color. Lamp will rope off. It's yours, my friend. That's what I'll say when we meet again. There we go. Marvelous. Did you know gaming? I just remembered, but yeah, no, like I've been saying, once July hits, I'm gonna be taking a break from the One Piece fan art to do like art fight stuff on stream because that sounds really fun, and I'm gonna be participating anyways. So like, I might as well have a good time with it, and I would encourage all of y'all, if your guys' schedules permit, to also participate in Art Fight, because it's a really fun competition. And if you don't know which team you want to be on, you can just, once you get to the sorting website, or like the sorting page on the website, you can just let fate decide. It's very cool. It's also very low stakes, so like, I don't know, you don't really even have to do all that much. You know, if your schedule is sort of heavy. Okay, so basically on their website, how it works is that you can find somebody's once you find somebody's art piece or their account, you can attack them. You can which basically means that you do art of one of their characters, right? And attacking somebody and doing it of your characters gets you a different amount of points depending on how many characters, how complicated it is, if you did a background, all that. You get different amount of points. And so once you attack somebody, they can do a defense, which is basically responding to your art with their own art. And by the end of it, whichever team gets the most points by the end of July wins. And I've been doing it for like since 2023. It's very fun. And like after it's all done, they make a new badge that you can put on your profile to be like, yeah, I was in this, I was on this team during the year that this team was there. Like you don't actually win anything. Like there's no prize. It's just the satisfaction of winning, and also just like having fun and participating. It's very cool. Ba, 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 ba. Bum, ba, da, da. Da, 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 da. Okay, and this is also darker, which I just realized. So I can kind of just do this too. And have it like fade in even more. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Bum, bum, bum. I was a veteran who fought in the art wars of 20XX. Ah, I see. I see you fought. I see you fought on the battlefield of Mount Ebbet. I thank you for your service. For I am but on my first art war tour. You see. I'm just gonna like color all this in. I do not have to be too exact with how things should look, quote unquote, because honestly, it doesn't matter. Thank you, Nightbot, very cool. As I am totally not you streaming right now. Beep boop, Nightbot. Beep boop, Bjorp. Yeah, no, it's pretty fun. I lost my leg to that AI hordes on the Twitter front. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you got a good prosthetic from the VAA. The first A in that meaning, artist. There we go. Get this and that and such and so. Yeah, there was like some controversy or something like a bit ago, but like it's like moved their management completely. So like I don't think it's bad anymore because like the bad person that owned Art Fight is gone. They are no more. They've been erased from the ether. Should I? It couldn't hurt. Oh, you eated them. Thanks. They were kind of a problem. Like, they weren't doing anything bad, but, like, they were just kind of an asshole, so, like, thank you for that. I eated them. Perspective bunk? No. No, it is not. I'm actually cool and gamer. I'm cool and gamer and also can do whatever I want because I'm cool and also gamer. There we go. Ah, I started moving it around. Help. There we go. I can't draw too vigorously because I might accidentally grab the top of my window and then drag it downwards aggressively like a rabid dog with a chew toy, also known as a child. Who would who would win? A pit bull named Princess or 1,000 babies? Yeah, you know what? That looks good even if it's not right, so I'm gonna keep that. Am I coping? Don't worry about it. I've seen people make very successful careers happen with art that is, in my opinion, not as good as mine. So, like, should I stress about my art so much? No, and neither should you. What matters is progression from where you start and to where you're going. Not comparing yourself to the qualities of other people, because they are on a different journey than you. And so you should focus on making your journey as enjoyable and wonderful as possible. Has anyone except me eaten a capybara before? No. I have not eaten a capybara. I have eaten a buffalo before. Like, like an American buffalo. They're quite good. They taste kind of peppery, like just naturally. In Minecraft, right? You've eaten a capybara in Minecraft, right? Listen, capybara are our friends, so I don't know. I'm not gonna be like, you're evil, but like, I find them cute. I mean, I also find cows really cute, so like, who am I to judge? You know? I find cows really cute, and I had burgers the other day, and I will again. Wow, you've eaten moose and whale? How'd the whale taste? I know, like I haven't had it personally, but I know what moose tastes like because I'm close to Canada, and like I hear from Canadians that have, especially those that have eaten moose, that it's okay. Well, okay, I'm actually gonna keep this the lighter color, I think. Yeah. So that I can do something kind of interesting with this shadow. And do this. There's like there's like one kind of meat besides human, obviously. Like but there's one kind of meat that I will not eat ever in my life, and that is shark. That does not sound good. That sounds icky. Shark fin soup is also like, what the fuck are you doing? Uh, Whale is very tough, chewy, somewhat bitter, and kind of livery. As in, you're supposed to soak it. Oh, I see. Yeah. Also, sharks are filled with uric acid, which means that they taste gross. Cause like since they have to have a survival mechanism for being in salt water constantly, um, instead of pissing out the uric acid, it leaches into their meat, so it's not very good. I mean, unless you're into piss or something, I don't know. I've also had snake and gator, both once, and they were a while ago, but they were all right. I'm not gonna give them too much praises because like gator's kind of just gamey. Like if you've eaten one archosaur, you've eaten them all. You know, like all archosaurs, like birds, crocodiles, and like they all just kind of taste like chicken. They all taste very similar. Isn't that mostly deep in cold water sharks? I've heard they use the uric acid as antifreeze for their blood. Yes, that is mostly like cold and deep sea sharks that do that. But still, I don't think I want to eat shark. One, sharks are our friends. They're very sweet boys who deserve nothing but love and attention and praise. But also like, oh no. Wrong color, Kron. Actually, no, it was the right color. It's just I did it wrong. There we go. You know what? That doesn't look half bad. I'll tell you what. I might even blend it. I said blend it. I pressed the blend thing that I use. Why did it not blend? There we go. Marvelous. Uh, Due to health concerns from and heavy metal concentration in the food chain. Yeah, that is true. That is very true, but also people eat gator all the time, so I guess L plus ratio to them, I guess. You know? And also snake. Again, snake is just kind of okay. Catfish is pretty good, but it needs to be cooked right because it can like fall apart wrong, and like it can get a bad texture if you're not doing it right. Are the longest words I know. Ah, I see. The main concern would be mercury concentration. Ah, much like tuna fish. Looks at a certain uh leader of the health portion of our government here in the U.S. Who got mercury poisoning from eating too much tuna. I forget the word off the top of my head, but there is a longer word in English, which is like basically that specific kind of cancer you can get from volcanoes. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even just the sound of it, it sounds quite atrocious. I, I do enjoy a good Mary Poppins. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know, sometimes I feel kind of estranged from like overall queer culture here in the U.S. because like I'm not massive into musicals, and like those are like the shit for a lot of like American queer people, you know. And I'm just kind of chilling here, being a funny clown, doing my art pieces. Gators mainly subsist on large fauna. Yeah, yeah, mostly. I mean, they'll eat anything. Like, you know, they'll eat anything that walks up to the riverside. It doesn't really matter what size. But like, yeah. Yeah, it is not as much of a concern for them. That is true. But also, it still can be a bit of a concern. Splendid. This blending is simply marvelous. Yes. It doesn't actually look all that off with the rest of like how the people are shaded. Batman, Ben, 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 Beckman. Ben, 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 Beckman. Mr. Ben, back me a man. Go. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. I like that. Additionally, sharks have to constantly be moving. Yeah, yeah, they're fucked up like that. Also, sharks, due to being in the ocean, are like have select parts of their bodies that are more warm-blooded than anything. Like they have to have a higher metabolism in general than like a gator, which can just sort of like sit there and just vibe. Same with a lot of like deep sea fish that just have to keep their like organs a certain temperature but can't be uh like but are not in warmer waters. Quite interesting. There we go. Splendid. Let's blended this. It's simply splendid how that's blended. Yes. Simply marvelous. Oh man, it started turning transparent because I wasn't smart. There we go. Now I have to... which I can do because now I have it on alpha lock. There we go. I am going to take a screenshot of this before I forget, because this is going to be a part of today's thumbnail, which no, I haven't done yet. Give some more room on your head. There we go. Splendid. Let me get a good layer. Ben, don't fail me now. There we go. Okay. I will BRB, folks. There's some business I must take care of. There we go.
Yeah, no, I will return.
Alright, I've returned. I had to beat back the Minecraft streamers back into the hell portal they came from. I'm back. Now let's get rid of the BRB text. There we go. Single splotch. Splendid. Okay. Now the table is actually done, and I will take a screenshot. Okay, we're starting to get higher temperatures here. Let me convert that. And it's about 27 C here right now, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Which is not very hot, but it's hotter than it was. Like the past few bits. So like, even though we're not gonna be getting the worst of the heat, like this coming week, we're still gonna get some. But yeah, no, wildfire season is starting early. Are you excited? It's gonna be an eventful summer, folks. Wow. I need your shading. Okay, so I will need that. Hold. Regain the filter masks. There we go. Splendid. If I did 14 with that. Okay, how is it? Okay, what color is the background? Hold on. So there's that, and there's that I need to contend with and get rid of that. Okay, this color. This color is what I want. There we go. The color has been obtained. Color has been obtained. Splendid. Pac-Man shading. Splendid. Now this works marvelously for what I wish. I'm both very excited and nervous for a few hours from now, because I haven't been in college since like winter term last year. So like, it's been a bit. It's certainly been a bit. Although it is quite exciting. Also because I enjoy learning, even if it is just composition one, which is just writing. It's just how to write and how to write good. Okay, I do that, and then I save. Splendid. That looks pretty good, I think. What do you guys think? How do y'all think it looks? I still need to do bottles, but that's fine. I was about to say I could do that next week, but next week is July 1st. It's the end of Pride Month and the beginning of Wrath Month. And then August will be, okay, so there's Pride, Wrath, Sloth. Then it'll be Sloth Month, I think. No, Sloth comes just before Lust. I forget the order of the cardinal sins, don't mind me. I, Yo, samesies, we get to be angry next month. So let me look up. Okay, cardinal sins in order. Seven deadly sins in order. Ah, okay, so August is greed month. It's pride, wrath, greed, envy, gluttony, sloth, and lust. In that order. It just keeps looping around. Because the sins and the months of the year don't line up correctly. Once it gets to lust, it just like goes around for an extra little bit. Like we have some extra lust months, which I think is unfair. I think we should add more cardinal sins. I think we should be more creative with our sins. Like I think that the eighth deadly sin is HOAs. They are a cancer on this earth. Although I don't want to give the HOAs a month. They suck and should stop existing. Homeowners associations are not cool or based. It's like if a smaller version of the US government just had like total control of what you can and can't put in your yard. It's fucking cringe, bro. Let me get you once again. Yes, blending. Blending is your friend. You see, and HOAs would hate our house because we have a beautiful garden. Yeah, HOAs are the mirror opposite of unions. That is very true. You know, Two Face from Batman flips a coin. It's like Union or HOA, and then when he hits HOA, I don't know, like bulldozes somebody's yard because they dared to have terracotta fucking pots. You, do any of y'all have homeowners associations in your country, or is it just like a unique form of cringe? It's like I can't imagine it's just us. Like HOAs act too much like a cancer to not have spread. Oh no, no, it should be, but also like exploitation month, demand money from your 100-year-old grandma, exploitation month. You can do it because you're gay, exploitation month. Also, I've never heard anyone complain about HOAs here. Ah, Rare England W. Rare England W. You have here. Take the dub. Here. Take the funny 3D model of a W that I'm holding out in my hands right now. T Gray, you can share this too. You can share this dub too. And I think that this is in a fairly good spot, relatively speaking. You know what? Fuck it. You know what I could do once I finish doing the bottles? In the background here, I could just like stop it here because this is very pretty, right? Like, who says I need flat colors on top of this? Look at that. This is this is amazing. I mean, I need to finish this shading here on Shanks's lanky ass, long ass legs, but you know. Just little things. Yeah, I'll start on the bottles. What I am going to do is I am going to actually create a new layer and do some sketch time. How long are the sketches gonna take? Secret. 30 minutes. Jail. Okay, so there should be like a big square bottle like this. I don't actually go to bars, so I don't know like all the all the booze shapes. So don't kill me. Don't kill me by bashing me in the head with a big funny bottle where instead of like breaking open, you just hear a boom as it hits my head. No. Constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my day. I'll bid farewell to old Kentucky, place where I was born and raised. I like that song. I like the movie Oh Brother Where Art Thou. It's a good one. You know, brother, where art thou? You're one of the good ones. Have a bigger bottle. Also, do I regret making that joke? Yes. Will I apologize? No. Now, what I'm gonna do with these is once I draw them out and put them in perspective, what I can do is I could just copy, paste, the sketch in all three of them. And then yeah, that'll be marvelous. Splendiferous even. Let's see, then I think there should be 6 different bottles, and I think one of them should be a heart shape. Because I like the aesthetic of a heart-shaped bottle. Now, am I going off reference on what's on the actual shelves of the bar? No. No, I'm just kind of doing what I think looks good. Get the lip on there. Remember to have corks, because corks are funny. Corks are made out of bark. From the cork tree. That's why they're called corks. If I remember right. Just a little fun fact for y'all. I also think a really short but like really fat and round bottle here could also be cool. But like one with a longer neck, because that's a cool design. It's almost like a scientist. It's almost like a beaker. I almost forgot the word beaker for a moment. Alright, there we go. And then having just like a, I don't know, another one of these bottles at the end could be interesting for shape reasons. So I'll steal it, and no one will ever know. God, I love that meme so much where the guy's just yelling. Just, I'll steal it, and no one will ever know. There we go. And then I shall put it over there. Ah, no, I want the bigger bottle. I'm the big Norm. I want the big beer. Alright, let's see. So I need to do like so. Also, for those who are in a later time zone than me, besides, well, I guess Gremlin needs to do work, so also, well, not Gremlin. I apologize. But to all the others who are in a later time zone than me, I hope I'm being very soothing. I hope that you're enjoying your funny clown ASMR. But to you, Gremlin, I'm sorry. I know that you probably have stuff you need to do, and I don't want to make you sleep. I know you have no sleep right now. Make sure when you get the chance to like just sleep as much as possible. There we go, and I can actually squish it a little bit, and then it'll have some size difference, but still be larger. There we go. See magnifique. And then I can merge with layer below. And I can copy. Move you. Make you bigger there, make you smaller. Make you bigger and match. Get you like so. What's going on? Got to love perspective warp. Yes, perspective warp my beloved. And now I shall copy you, and then I shall make you tiny. And by tiny, I don't mean tiny, I mean like kind of smallish. There we go. And then I can copy you, and then blam. There we go. Yeah, I love perspective warp. It's very good. You see, this is what happens when you're an artist and you're just kind of lazy, and go, you know what, it's fine. And it usually ends up fine. You have to be lazy about some things. And I mean, this is just a sketch, so like I am gonna go in and actually do stuff with this. By do stuff with it, I mean do stuff with it later. I'm just trying to get like all the sketches down for this. Okay, let's see. That is 3 of them, which means that I can now. Me when I forget. Me when I'm the forgetter. Hold on, I figured out the issue. I need to do that, then redo that. And then it won't, like, teleport anymore. I love teleporting. I don't like most AI voices, but that one TikTok like lady voice is fun because she was actually compensated for her work. You know, she was actually paid to be a voice actor in order to get that voice. So like, out of any voice like that, that's like the most fine one. Okay, I'm trying to get you. There we go. That's why it wasn't working properly. You know, so like, I don't know, that's the most fine one out of all of them. And like, sometimes people are really funny with like that one lady, just that I love penis. Just like with a rainbow flag over it was really funny. That was one thing I saw last year for Pride Month. What- Bum bum bum. And then I get you. Me eat orange, give me orange. Me eat orange, give me you. Alright, that is good and taken care of. Now I can copy. And this will be mostly covered, so I'm gonna like probably get rid of most of this one. But like it's still good to have it down. Ah, I see the haters. In parentheses, my file limit, my file size limit, have found me, and I must make my escape. My, my ops have found me. This is, to be fair, a really large file. Like it's almost like halfway to my file size limit for Krita. Copy pasting bottles is so real. Yeah, I'm as real as it gets. It cuts to me. You start hearing hopes and dreams start playing. Yeah, I'm as real as it gets. Merge with layer below. Merge with layer below. Uh, Merge that with layer below. So now all these bottles are here. Splendid. Marvelous. Remember to drink your water. Now I know other beverages taste better, but also like uh you can't really beat water. I mean it's a liquid, how are you gonna beat that? Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to warp. What would happen if I warp? There we go. You see, copy pasting bottles is just like the morally correct decision. Uh, Not only does it save time, but also, why, why would you draw every single bottle individually? I like draw art that's fun. And like I want these bottles to be done, and there's a part of the process that's gonna be fun. Right? Like when I get to the line art and the shading, that's gonna be awesome. But right now this is just the sketch, and the sketching of the bottles is not like the most entertaining part of this particular piece. You know, this one piece. Can we get much? I'm not gonna finish that. Every time I say the One Piece, I just imagine that one fuck ass song. That man's a pest. Shift. Make you smaller. Make you even smaller. Make sure some of you are in frame at all so that I can do that. And then blam. All the sketches for the bottles are now done. And so I'm going to get rid of that layer. I'm going to turn on my sketch layer, I believe, and then I'm going to move this down to, where is it? I'm trying to find it. There's so many layers. There we go. And now, you probably can't see this magic happening because of the fan art section that I need to fill up, I know. Merge with the layer below. Blam. That layer was removed, and now we have the bottle sketches in a place where I can just sort of do stuff with them. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep them on a separate layer so that I can minimize that and be like, this is my progress. My name is Bajongles. Bajongles. I made the progress. Progress. It was difficult to put the pieces together. Oh God, yes. God, that reminds what I just said. Reminded me of the 2004 SpongeBob movie where King Neptune's daughter is like, "Daddy, no!" And then like Plankton really aggressively is just like, "Dad, yes!" This is really funny. Wait, it looks really nice with the blue bottles. Yeah, no, I should make them blue. That does look really nice. I mean, right now it's just sketches, but like when I get to that, like when I actually get to that, which I'll probably do off stream, maybe. Actually, no, I'll just wait to do it for when we bring this back up again. I think, because that would be a fun process to show. Because like I want to start up again on the One Piece fan art with a new piece come August. But that being said, this does look good. I really like the gradient that I did, where this is a lot cooler and this is a lot warmer. And also, like, with this detail and with, like, the Ben Beckman here and with, like, the table, everything looks a lot less empty than I thought it was gonna end up looking. Like, it looks nice. All right, gang. I'm gonna move on to just chatting because I wanted to go long, but I don't think I'm gonna do some chores, so I'll be listening to music. Oh well, I was gonna do my ending read, so I could do that, and then I can release you into the wild. Yeah, I'm gonna release my little bajonglings into the wild, and they're gonna cause problems. But yeah, no, see ya. I've been Bajongles. You can find me over here on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, noon Pacific Standard Time. I would much appreciate a follow. Speaking of follow, you can also follow me over on Bluesky and Tumblr at BigBoyArt1, username Bajongles. I would also appreciate if you looked over at my YouTube, where I post these VODs a week after they happen. I would love a like and subscribe over there. That being said, I've been Bajongles. I will catch y'all on Thursday. Catch y'all on the flip flop. Bye bye.